Alright, we are going first. Deck probably likes going first. We do have a Pikachu. So if I can pull a Zeraora potentially, then I can get my Resilience Link Raichu online at the very least. I think I am also immediately going to play Mars. Well, maybe not immediately, but in about a turn, I think. In about a turn, I will play Mars. Build my Resilience Link, Dark Pennant. Dark Pennant could put my Mars away. Ooh, I want my Elemental Switch, though. What do you bet they have? I don't want to give them necessarily their Dino, but then again, I'm gonna... Oh, wait, no. I can put my Mars away if I do this. I play Elemental Switch to get the energy onto Raichu, and then I attack them. That puts my Mars away. And it leaves my hand relatively empty. And I start building Arceus. Because now if I hit Absol, it can't really do that much. And I can go ahead and hit it again without much repercussion. Sure, I'll play Research. Research sounds like a good draw at this moment in time. Oh, wait, no, I could have retreated Raichu and KO'd Absol. Oh, no. I won. I threw away my win. I absolutely dumpstered it. I fumbled. Wait, no, I couldn't have. I don't think I could have. No, I couldn't have. I can next turn, but I can't this turn. That's okay. I think I put Arceus up. Do I put Arceus up? I think putting Zeraora up is a little bit safer. Ooh, I have a Cyrus now. And I deal 90 with just one Pokemon on my bench. So if they stay up, they get KO'd. If they leave, they also get KO'd. Wonderful. I do need to wait one more turn, though, for this, evidently. Oh, well, I'm not afraid of Mega Absol. If it comes up and attacks me, I'm pretty safe. Sabrina doesn't change anything at all. You can have the Pikachu. Copycat is a trap trying to distract me from my winning hand. I'm going to actually damage Absol. And try and potentially push it out of any sort of healing range. They got a Clodsire, but it's just GG at this point. It's been checkmate for a while. It's been checkmate for a while. And GG. 90. Bonk. Dark Pin and Absol is a weird choice. Alright. Going second. Against a grass deck, we start Zeraora. Probably favoritist start in the world. We have an Arceus who attacks in just a couple of turns. We do outpace. We actually don't outpace our opponents. Interesting. Vanusaur and what's his name? Why can't I remember it? I can't remember its name for some reason. For some cursed reason. I can go on the aggressive very quickly. I'm going to pivot out into Pichu, put a energy onto Arceus, then elemental switch the energy that Zeraora gets, and hopefully we'll have a KO on a Ivysaur here. We'll see, we'll see. Yep, they're going Ivysaur, so I do get a knockout. This deck is so aggressive. This deck is so aggressive. This deck reminds me of like Pikachu EX in Genetic Apex. I think instead of Research, I am going to play Copycat. Potentially just get my Arceus going at max damage as fast as possible. There's my other elemental switch. I think I want the empty slot to go to a Pikachu, though. I can still play May to get my Pikachu down next turn. And we will go from there. 130 damage by turn 2 is gross. Well, potential 130 damage. What are you doing? Like, what do you do in this situation? What do you do? Right, I'm gonna May. Look for a Pikachu. Pikachu and a Alolan Raichu is pretty much exactly what I wanted. Now they're trapped and can't escape, because Raichu probably just blows up whatever decides to be up front. This deck is ridiculous. This deck is just ridiculous. GG's. Going second, start with Zeraora, of course. I will put my Pikachu down in the future, but for now, I will just keep to Zeraora. Having a go second against this deck looks like it should be fine. I have both my Zeraoras again. What a wonderful day. I'm gonna go ahead and look for May, actually. Perhaps I can pull out a Arceus. That way I have access to Resilience Link. And I can actually put a energy on... I think it doesn't matter in the long run, so I'll put it on Pikachu. And then what will my opponent do? Are they running like the old Articuno 18 trainer deck? If they do, that's cinema. That's just cinema. Absolute cinema. Articuno's even doing the absolute cinema pose. Go ahead and put the energy on Arceus now. And yeah, then I'll be able to just elemental switch and put the energy on Arceus. This is a very fast, very aggressive deck. You're basically just aiming to get your dude online as fast as humanly possible. And if you can't do that, then you sit there and do your best to avoid what you can. Is this a Mega Pidgeot? This is a Mega Pidgeot. I will probably change plans. No, it's regular Pidgeot. Alright. No change of plans. If they drive off, I'm just going to go ahead and give them my Arceus. I have Elemental Switch. Jeez. What a deck. This deck is ridiculous. This deck is actually ridiculous. Super aggressive. Super fast. Alright, going second, starting with Pikachu. Ideally, I would like an Arceus. I am 1 energy ahead of my opponent. Does not matter that much in the long run here. I'm going to play Research first, just in case I pull out a basic Pokemon. Because I think basic Pokemon is now the name of the game. We're going against a deck that is as aggressive as we are. Attacking here doesn't necessarily do anything bad for us. And it gets it potentially within Zeraora range. It is a bit dangerous playing out my Arceus now, but I want to get as much aggression as fast as possible right now. If we can get that accomplished, then we're in good standing. They do have Dartrix, probably going to skill dive my Arceus. They also have Chingling. Do they go for Chingling instead? If they go for Chingling, that tells me that they don't have... Okay. They're going for my Zeraora, really. What information does that give me? I could always retreat and try and get my Arceus online. Or Pichu. And my Arceus still doesn't have any damage on it. I'm also even going to evolve into Raichu to thin my hand out a little bit. We're gonna pivot into some aggression here from Arceus. I Thank you, Windows, for making that noise. If they don't evolve, I am going to be able to just attack their Chingling for free. I can even potentially like get an elemental switch and start doing bench damage with Raichu. Decidueye has 170 HP, so if I hit it, it would be down into... Oh, they're going to run away. Oh wait, I won't be able to elemental switch with Chingling attacking. Okay, they got their other Decidueye out. I'm gonna go ahead and smack them with Zeraora though. Copycat, I don't know how much that accomplishes for them. That does allow them to stall out and potentially find their other Rowlet and their other Decidueye. So they're just running one Chingling, if I had to guess. Just one Chingling. This does give me a little bit of time to attempt to find either a Cyrus, which is huge here. Now I will be able to safely retreat to my bench, I think. This could be the wrong play in the long run, but it's a risk that I just have to accept at this point. If they ever have a rare candy, I'm pretty dead, but no rare candy means I'm alive. So I think I'm just gonna retreat with Arceus. It matters a little bit less, but it does mean that they can't go for my Arceus immediately. They would have to go for a knockout on Zeraora, which would allow Arceus potentially 2 attacks. Let's see if they have the rare candy in the Decidueye. If they do, I have exhausted literally everything I can do for this matchup. Yep, that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. I'm probably going to attack Arceus. I might be able to pull it out still. Let me see. Because Arceus lives one more turn. Oh, dear. 2 elemental switches. I think the play is to attack with Zeraora, because next turn they're going to knock out my Arceus or my Zeraora. They have no points, so I will be able to put my other Arceus on the bench, double elemental switch, and take out Decidueye, provided they have no healing. Lily is rough. Lily loses me again. That was my final play. That was my final play, which is unfortunate. Yeah. There's nothing I could do. GG's. Very tight match, but one aggressive deck to another can be pretty rough. All right, going first, we have an Arceus and a Zeraora in hand. So I'm going to play Zeraora down. Hi, Arceus. Metal. Is this the old Arceus deck? Let's go ahead and get my basics out. Second Arceus, not necessarily what I would want. Pikachu or second Zeraora. Second Zeraora is great. I think I am going to lay down my Arceus because now they can't hit the bench. And there's no, like, impact Sabrina would have on the game. So I'm mad chillin' at this moment in time. This would be an ideal opener, in my opinion. Mars, we're going to save for the really, really late game. Or if my opponent has telegraphed that they have a winning hand. If my opponent has telegraphed a winning hand, then I will play Mars. Otherwise, I don't need to right now. My opponent has definitely not instilled confidence in having a winning hand, that's for sure. Pikachu and May, okay. So I am able to look for my Raichu, my Resilience Link Raichu. I think that May is guaranteed to grab me at least a Raichu. Not necessarily the Resilience Link Raichu, but at least a Raichu. So we will see what my opponent does. My opponent is going to play down another Arceus. Okay. Do you have an Elima? That'd be an interesting, like, tech card in this deck. You do. Okay, yeah. Precisely. But I am sitting fairly pretty at this moment. Maybe the play here would be to put an energy onto my Arceus, just in case I draw an elemental switch. Maybe not get a little bit too greedy. I don't know if I want this Pikachu yet. This Raichu, my apologies. So I'm just gonna continue my aggression. Now I can pretty safely put an energy onto my Pikachu. I'm not worried about going down this turn precisely. I don't necessarily know what kind of deck my opponent is playing though. Giant Cape, survived just a little bit longer. If I do draw an elemental switch, I can actually just move up and KO. Never mind, I can't do that anymore. They are out of range. But are they gonna stay in? They're gonna stay in. I now have my Resilience Link Raichu, and I have another Pikachu basic in my hand. I also have another Arceus in hand if I wanted to for some reason. But the goal of this deck is to wear your opponent down until Arceus is able to just finish them off. Actually, I have two other basics, so this is fine. They are playing Resilience Link Magnezone, interesting, with Oricorio. I think I'm gonna put damage onto, probably their other Arceus. Play research, sure. There's an elemental switch. I don't necessarily want to use that yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and just spark so I can deal damage to their Arceus in the back, leave it vulnerable to a Cyrus. Next turn I play Mars to reduce my opponent's hand size to 1. We will see, we will see. I'm guessing they have elemental switch in there. That would be my prediction. Okay, Professor's Research. I am going to, like I said, play Mars next turn so that their hand size goes down and Arceus can attack pretty uninterrupted. I've lost 2 points, so I pretty much exclusively want to be attacking with Arceus at this point. So I will put my other Arceus down just for defensive purposes. It's something that would be able to tank a hit. I am also going to work on playing my hand down as much as possible so that I can shrink their hand size. Now I've played around Elemental Switch, so unless they happen to be running 2 of them, I am doing alright for myself. I also have another Elemental Switch in my deck. I really want to deal with Oricorio. They, of course, top deck an Elemental Switch, then it is what it is. But it's just what I have to do. Hey, look at that. That's precisely what happened. But if I get my Cyrus, it is over for them. Surely they aren't holding a Magnezone, so I think I can hold out one more turn. Oh, up deck Cyrus, GG. Very GG, very aggression. The Raichu helps get you the victory. Very close game despite my opponent's brick start. So this is fast set up the deck, just period. You can set up your Arceus fast, you can set up your Raichu fast, you can set up your Zeraora fast. Of course, bricking is the thing everybody always bricks, just that's how it is. Cyrus helps your Raichu. It also helps Arceus get a KO. May helps you find your pieces. Copycat helps you find your pieces. Elemental Switch lets you be really super willy-nilly with your energy. It also lets you get Arceus very, very quickly set up. And Mars is because this deck inevitably wants to lose 2 points. So you like lose a Zeraora, you lose a Raichu, and now you're at Arceus. You play Mars out, your opponent has 1 card, and they probably can't do a whole lot about what you're doing. If they've ramped and set up faster than you have, it can be pretty GG. but also if you set up faster than your opponent does, it's also GG. So if you liked this deck, please drop me a like and subscribe. I had a lot of fun with this deck. This deck was a cook. I tried to get a good number of games, but it's so fast. I kept knocking out my opponents just repeatedly, over and over and over again. Thanks for watching.